Hello everyone, welcome to my video on an important Python Tkinter project. In this video, we will write a Python program for phone book management using MySQL database to manipulate data. So first, you have to set up MySQL with your Python Tkinter. Okay, so first you should install using MySQL Workbench. So here I have to open MySQL Workbench. So this is MySQL Workbench. I will open it, and then here I have to create some tables. So I will click here local instance MySQL, and then I have to enter my password, and now I will click OK, and then so here we have to create a database. So I have to use query create database, and you can use any database name, for example phone book. Okay, phone book, so you can use any name, and then you will click this execute button, and in this way your query will be executed and your database will be created with name phone book. Okay, but I have already created database, so I will connect with that existing database. So I have to click this database button and then connect to database. So here I have to enter name of my existing database, that is record, or in short rec. I will click OK. So here I have to create some tables. So I will create table using create query create table. So now I have to create table for different cities. For example, we have to add phone numbers of all persons living in Washington. Then we will create table for Washington. Okay, so here I will create table for Washington. Sorry, Washington. Okay, now I will create some columns. So first I will create column for city name. Okay, so here city name, and then I have to set its type varchar, and then I have to set its size. I will set 15, and then here I have to add name. Okay, person name, so p name, and its type should varchar, and I will define its size 15, and then I have to create another column for phone number. Okay, so here phone number, or only phno phone number, and here I will add you can also add integer type, and also you can use string type. Okay, so here I will use varchar, and then I will define size 20. So I am creating these three columns. Okay, so you can set it primary key also. Okay, primary key. So these are some information or columns. uh, First is city name, second is person name, third is phone number, and also you can add uh, address of this person and job of this person, all the things that are required. Okay, so I think this is enough for me, so I will select this. Okay, and then I will execute this query. So this table is created successfully. Now I have to create another table for another city. Okay, so for New York. Okay, New York, and here I will execute it once again. So this table is also created with same columns, and now I will change again city name. Now I will use California. Okay, California, and now I will execute this once again. So now I have created three table for three different cities. Okay, if you have to add some more cities, then you can do like that. Okay, so I will minimize it, and now I have to start Python code. So first I have to open a folder in my system. You can create any folder with any name inside your computer. So here I will open this Python projects. Okay, so this is my folder, and here I have these files inside my Python projects, but I have to create new file. So here I will open command prompt. So I will type cmd and then click enter key. So this is our command prompt, and now I have to open VS Code. So code space dot is command line to open VS Code. So in this directory, this VS Code will be opened, and now I will close this existing file and also this terminal. Now this is welcome file, and here you can see these are all files in my Python projects folder. But now I have to create new file. So I will click this button, a new file, and here I have to use phbook. Okay, phonebook.py. Okay, so py is extension for Python. I will click enter key, and now this file is opened, and I will collapse it, and then I will close this welcome file, and now I have to start code. Okay, so here I have to define a class. So here this is class, and I can use any name for class. I will use contact. Okay, this is contact class. I will use colon, and now I have to define a constructor for this contact class. Okay, so by using def keyword, I can define constructor double underscore initiate, and again double underscore, and then here I have to set pair of parentheses, and then I have to pass two arguments, self and root. Okay, so you can use any different name instead of root, but commonly we use root. Okay, so now we have to initialize this root. Okay, self dot root, and I have to initialize it with root. So next I have to create object for this class. So first root. Okay, and then now I have to import Tkinter because we have to use Tkinter to use widgets. Okay, so import Tkinter as Tk. You can use any other alias instead of Tk. So here I have to use this Tk dot, and now we have to access this Tk. Okay, and now we have to create object. So here I will create object. Okay, so class name, that is contact, and here I have to pass parameter root, and then I will go to next line, and here I have to access main loop. Root dot main loop. Main loop is used to handle all the events in our project. So I will go next, and then here I have to set a title for my project. Okay, or root window. In fact, we have to create or set title for root window. So here self dot root dot title, and here I will set phone book. Okay, phone book management, and then sorry, management, and this is our title. Now I want to show you output. I will save it, and then I will execute it. So here you will able to see this is our root window. Okay, so its size is very small. I want to set it according to width and height of my screen. Okay, or I can say that I have to adjust according to my screen size. So I have to close it, and next I will go to next line, and also I can change background color of this root window. Okay, for example, here I will use self dot root dot configure. Okay, I have to use configure method, and here I have to use bg property, and I will give value. You can give any color. Okay, so I will use pink. You can use different color. So next I have to adjust the size. So first I have to get size of my screen. For this, first I will get width of my screen. So here I will declare global variable self dot width, because I have to use this global variable inside different functions. If you have not to use this variable inside any function, then you do not need for self. So now this is local variable, but I have to use or declare global variable, and now I have to get width to assign that width in this folder, sorry, variable, and here I have to use self dot root dot, here I will use winfo method. Okay, this winfo mean widget information, that returns us information of any specific widget. Okay, so I have to use underscore and now name of widget and whose information is required. Okay, winfo underscore screen because we need width for screen. Okay, so width, in this way this will return us width, okay, that will be assigned to this global variable with name self dot width. Okay, so in the same way we have to get height self dot height, sorry, here I have to use height self dot root dot winfo underscore screen. Okay, screen height. So in this way we are getting width and height. And now I will go to next line. Okay, and here I will use a title, but first I have to set its position. This was our width and height. Now I have to adjust root window according to this width and height. So how can we do it? Self dot root dot geometry. Okay, geometry, and then here I have to use formatted string. This formatted string can carry both string value and variable value. Okay, so this is very useful formatted string, and now I have to use variable value. So that's why I have to use this pair of curly braces, and then I will use self dot width. Okay, so in this way we are using width in this variable, and now I have to use cross sign here by using X character. Okay, and then inside pair of double comma, and then I have to use other value that exists in self dot height. Okay, so self dot height, and then here I have to start this root window from first row. So here plus 0 and then first column, then again plus 0. So now I will save it and then I will execute to show you output. So this is our output. Now you can see its width and height is according to width of height of our screen. Okay, and you can see our background color is also changed. I will close this and also I will close this. And now I have to set a title inside this root window. So for this I will define a label with name title. Okay, so tk, because this is tk interrupt widget, so that's why I have to use tk to access this widget. So tk label, and then I have to create this inside our root window. So I will use self dot root, and now I have to set its background color. Now we can use background color like this by using bg property. Okay, and then I can use any name, for example light gray. Okay, so in this way we are able to set a background color, but we cannot remember a large number of names of different color. So we can use a trick to use thousands of color, okay, without using any name. So here I have to define a short function with name color. Okay, so here I have to pass some arguments. First is self, then R for red, G for green, and B for blue. In fact, we are using hexadecimal. Okay, so next here I have to use a return method that will return us a formatted string that will carry hexadecimal values. Okay, so these are, here we have to use a pair of curly braces. Okay, and here I have to use uh, R for red 0 to X. Okay, and then again I have to use pair of curly brace, and here I have to use G for green, and then again 0 to X. Okay, and once again for blue I will use B and then 0 to, okay, 0 to X. Okay, so it will return us this method. Okay, and then we can use only values, and then we can use multiple colors range. Okay, so here I can call this function, and then I can use any of color. So here I will call function self dot color, and here I will use 220 for red, 120 for green, and 180 for blue. So this is background color. Okay, so now we are creating a combination to achieve new color. Okay, so here I have to set border by using BD property, and then I have to enter value. I will enter 3, and then I will set border style by using relief property, and here I will choose groove. You can use any other style, and then I have to set text. So here I will use text property. So here I have to set a title, that is font book management. Okay, management. So this is our title, and I can set font size. So I will use font property, and then here I will pass values in tuple because I have to use more than one values. Okay, so here I will use font family Arial, and then size 50, and then I will set them bold. Okay, so I think this is enough. Now I have to set its position. So I will use title. Okay, title dot pack. I am using pack method because I have to set its specific side. Okay, so here by using this pack method we can use side property. So I have to set it in the top. Okay, so I will use top, and next I have to fill it horizontally. So here I will use fill property, and then I will use X. Okay, otherwise it will not be filled horizontally. To fill it horizontally you can use fill property, and then you will give value x, and if you have to fill it vertically then you can enter value y. Okay, so I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So this is our background color, and this is phone book management. Okay, so this background color is combination of red, green, and blue. We used 220 for red, 120 for green, and 180 for blue. And in this combination, this is our background color. Okay, if you will change value, then this background color will be changed. So this is our title, and also this is filled horizontally using because using of our fill property, and I will close it, and also I will close this. Okay, so this was our title. Now I have to create frames in our root window. So first I have to create input frame where I have to get input from user. Okay, input frame, and then I have to create a frame in frame. You can use any name. Okay, in frame, and then tk dot frame because this is part of Tkinter. Okay, tk.frame, and I have to create this frame inside our root window, self.root, and then here I have to use its background color. So I will use bg property, and I can also use border property. So here I will give value 4, and I will set style relief, and I will use Redditch. Okay, and now I will use background color by using bg property, and I will call color function self dot color. Okay, so now I can enter different values. Okay, so now I will increase this blue value, and I will decrease this red value. So here I will use 180, and 120 will remain same, and here I will use 220. Okay, so this is background color. Now I have to set width and height of this screen, or sorry, frame. So here I will use in frame, and then dot, here I have to use place method. Okay, to set its position, its padding, and its height and width. Okay, so here I will use width property, and now I have to set width, and you know that in this variable we have total width of our screen. Okay, so first I will get total width by using self dot width. Now this is total width, but I have to create half of or third of total width of our screen. So here I can use 2. I mean, I have to divide it by 2. I will save it, but first I have to define its height. Okay, height, and now I have to get total height. Self dot height. So this is total height, but I have to decrease some height from total height. Okay, so I have to subtract 180 pixels. Okay, and then I have to set padding. So pad x, I have to use, sorry, x only. Okay, so I will enter value 50, and then or I can add value 80. Okay, so you can add according to your requirement or need, and then I have to use y for the vertical padding, and then I will enter value 100. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will show you output. So I will execute it. Okay, so this is our frame color, and this is our frame, but I think its width is very large. I have to decrease width of this frame. Okay, I can also change color of this frame. Okay, so I think I should change color and width. So I will close this. Okay, and also I will close this. So now I will change value here, and I will enter 200. Okay, 200. We can use from 0 to 255. Okay, so this is range of one color, and then here I have to decrease width. So now I will divide it by 3. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it. So now this is our output. So I think this is beautiful color. So I can maximize screen, and now this is our color. Okay, so in the same way you can use a large range of different colors. Okay, so I will close this. Okay, I have to close this, and also I have to close this. Okay, so here I can decrease this blue, and here I should use 120. Okay, so it is enough. So now I have to create some widgets inside this frame. So first I have to get city name, then I have to get name of person or person name, and then I have to get a phone number, and then we have to set a button for add phone number. Okay, so here first I have to set label. Okay, so for label, city label. Okay, city label, and here I have to get city. Okay, so here I have to use label tk dot label, and then I have to set it inside our in frame self dot in frame. Okay, so where is in frame city label and tk dot label, sorry, not self, only in frame. Okay, because we are not using self with this in frame, and then here I have to set, this is label. So here first I have to set text property, and then I have to assign some text value, for example city name. Okay, city name, and then we have to get city name, and then we have to use bg property. Okay, bg property, and I will use same color that was used for frame. Okay, so I will copy this, and then I will paste it here. Okay, so it is background color. In this way it will look beautiful. Okay, and after I will use, this was background color, and here I will use font property to apply font styles. Here I will use Arial for font family, and then 20, and then I can set it bold. Okay, so bold, and if I have to set bold, then I will change value, and I will set 15. Okay, so now this is our value, text value, this is our background color, and this is our font styles. Okay, so next I have to set its layout. Okay, so we will use grid layout because we have to define its row number, column number, and paddings. Okay, so we can use all these by using grid layout. So city label dot grid. Okay, and now we have to define row number. I will use first row and first column, okay, and then pad x. So here I will define 20, and then for pad y I will define 30. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. So this is beautiful color for background. Okay, so as you know that we have changed value for green and we have also changed value for blue. So in the result we have received or achieved this background color. So this is city name. Okay, label, and it is looking beautiful because we have used same background color as background color of this frame. Okay, so now we have to set input field in the front of this label to get city name. Okay, I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, so now here I have to set another widget, that is entry widget. Okay, so city, here I will use self because I want to define global variable. I have to use this variable inside different functions. Okay, so self dot city in. Okay, because we have to get input for city, that's why I am using in with it. Okay, so here I have to use tk dot entry. So now this is entry widget. Okay, so entry, and here I have to create this inside our in frame. Okay, and then here I have to set its border. So I will use BD property and I will assign two only, and then I have to use font family. Okay, so I have to use font family area by using font property. Okay, Arial, and then I will use 15, and then here I will set width. Okay, with 20. It means that it can carry 20 characters in this. Okay, so next I have to set its layout, self dot city in. Okay, and dot grid, sorry, grid, and then here I have to define row number. So I have to create it in first row but in second column of first row. Okay, so here I will use 1, and then I have to define padding. For x-axis I have to use 10, and then for y-axis I will use 30. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so now you can see this is a beautiful combination of colors. Okay, so this is our input field where the user will enter his or her city name. Okay, and I will close it, and in the same way I have to define some other labels and input fields. Okay, so this was city label. Now we have to set person name. Okay, name label, name label, and here I have to use tk dot label, and then I will copy all these values from here. Okay, to save your time I will copy all these values and then I will paste them inside this label. Okay, and then here I have to change only text value. Okay, person name, and then other things will remain same. Now only I have to change layout. Okay, so sorry, the layout will remain same but I have to change a row number. So here I have to use name label. Okay, and now sorry dot grade, and then I have to use row number. So I have to use second row and then first column for label of second row, then pad x 20. Okay, and pad y I have to use 30. Okay, so next I have to create input field once again, self. Okay, dot name in, because I have to get name, that's why I am using self dot name in, and now I have to use tk dot entry. Okay, and then I will copy all these properties along with their values. Okay, and then I will paste them inside this entry widget. And next I have to set its layout, self dot name in dot grid. Okay, and then I have to use here row number. I will use second row number and second column of second row number, and then pad x I will enter 10, and for pad y I will enter 30. Okay, and in the same way I have to create one more label and entry widget. So this is for phone number. Okay, ph label, phone label. Okay, label, and here I have to set tk dot label, and then I will copy all these values from here to save your time. Okay, from here I will select this, and then I will copy this, and now I have to paste it inside this. Okay, and simply I have to change here phone number. Okay, sorry, here I have to use again this. So here I have to enter phone number. Okay, so here we will get phone number, and now I have to set its layout. Other properties with their values will remain same. So here I have to use ph label dot grid. Okay, and now I have to define row number. I have to create it inside our third row. Okay, and first column of third row, and pad x 20, and pad y I have to use 30, and then I have to use self dot ph label dot in, sorry, not label, ph in. Okay, and then I have to use tk dot entry, and then I have to copy all these values from here, and now I will paste them inside this entry widget. Okay, and now I have to set its layout. So here I will use self dot phin dot grid, and then here I have to use row number, second row number, sorry, third row number, and column I have to use here column second. Okay, and then pad x 10, and pad y 30. Okay, and now I will go next, and here I have to create a button. Okay, so this is add button, add button, and here I have to use tk dot button to access this widget from Tkinter. Okay, now I have to create it inside in frame. Okay, and then I have to set text. Okay, that will be appeared on button, and here I have to set add number. Okay, so when this button will be clicked, then our number will be added in our database. So next I have to set border by using bd property. I will set 2. Okay, and then I have to set a style for border by using relief property, and I will use raised. Okay, and then I can use font family or by using font uh, property. Okay, so here I have to use Arial, and then I will use size 20, and I will set it bold. Okay, and then I have to define its width. I will use width property, and I will set width 20. Okay, and now I have to set its layout. So add button dot grid, and then here I have to use row number. So I have to create it inside fourth row. Okay, and then column number I have to create it in first column, and then again I have to use padding. So I will enter padding 20 or 30, and then pad y I will enter value 40 or 50. Okay, so next I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So this is our add button. I should change its background color. But where are our input fields? These are out of the range of this frame, because our space or gap of our first column is increased. Now our first column is from here to here. Okay, and after it our second column is started. So because our first column is occupying much space, that's why our second column is out of the frame. So how can we manage this problem? We have to merge two columns for this button. Okay, so because this button was occupying much space, so we should uh, merge two columns, then everything will appear in its space or place. Okay, so here I have to change its background color also. Okay, so I will close it and then I will close it too. So now here I will use column span. Okay, column span property, and then I will give value 2 because we have to merge two columns. Okay, so next I have to change background color. So here I will use bg property. Okay, bg, so this is bg property, and we can use a color function, and also we can enter static value. For example, I want to set uh, white background color or gray or brown. So here I will use brown. Okay, brown, and in brown color I want to set font color white. Okay, I will enter value white. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute it to show you output. So now you can see, now everything is beautiful, and this is our add number button with color, background color brown, and its font color is white. Okay, so here these are our input frames. Okay, input fields. So I should decrease some width of these input fields, and I have to increase padding for this button. I want to set it in the bottom. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, and here I have to change widths for these widgets. Where are our entry widgets? Okay, so these are entry widgets. I will set them 17. Okay, also here I will set it 17. Okay, and then also here I will set 17. Okay, and here I will increase padding and I will set 100. Okay, so I will save it and then I will execute it once again. Okay, now it is perfect. Okay, now everything is perfect. So now I can add phone number when I will click this add button after adding information in these input fields. Okay, and now I have to create one more frame here that will show us uh, number, city name, and phone number or person name, and then also we can search any specific phone number, and also we can remove any specific phone number from phone book. Okay, so here I have to create one more frame, so I will close it and also I will close this, and now I will go to next line, and here I will use a comment. Okay, so this is our detail frame. Okay, detail frame, and here I have to create new frame. So because I have to use this frame inside different functions, so here I will use self with this. Okay, self dot detail frame, or you can say input frame, output frame. Okay, so I will use out frame. Okay, because we have to show output using this frame, so I can use uh, out frame, even I can use main frame. You can use any name according to your need or requirement, and here I will use out frame. Okay, and now here I have to create frame tk dot frame, and I have to create this frame inside root window self dot root, and here I have to set border. Okay, by using bd property I will use value 4 for border size, and then I will use relief property to set border style, and here I will use, sorry, here I have to close this. Okay, also I have to close this, and here I have to use comma. Okay, and now I will use redich, and now this was style, and here I have to use background color by using bg property, and also you can use background color. Okay, and here I have to use color function for by using self dot color. Okay, and here I have to assign some values. So now I will set 120 for green, sorry, red, and here I will use 180, sorry, 180 for green and 220 for blue. Okay, so then it is enough, and here I have to define its width and height. So I will use self.outFrame. Okay, and here I have to use place method. Now I have to use width property to set its width. So first I will use total width of our screen self dot width. Okay, now I have to get half width of total or from total width of our screen. Okay, so here I will divide it by 2 to get half width of total screen, and now I will set height, and here I will use self dot height variable. Okay, so in this way we have total height of our screen, and now we will decrease some value from this total height. I will use 180. Okay, and now I have to use pad x, not pad x, simple x. Okay, and now I have to use here first I have to get space according to our first frame, because we have to create it after our first existing frame, that is in frame. Okay, so first we will get total width of our first or in frame. Okay, so this is total width of our in frame. Okay, so I will copy this and then I will paste it here. Where is our x? Okay, so I will paste it here. So now this is total width. Okay, and now because we are using padding 80 for our first frame. Okay, so we have to add 80 with it. Okay, because we have to use gap. Okay, so this is total width of our first frame or input frame, and this was adding that was added for our first frame. Okay, so now this is our total gap. Okay, where is here I have to use plus 80. Okay, and now I will save it, but I have to use padding for vertical. Okay, so here I have to use value 100. Okay, so now I will save it and then I will execute to show you output. So this is our frame. Okay, so as you know that we have added total width divided by 3, so that was this gap. Okay, this total gap, and then we have added 80, that was this gap. Okay, and now we have to create some more gap between these two frames. Okay, so I will add some more pixels. Okay, and I will close it, and here I will add uh, 50 pixel more. Okay, so here I will add 130. Okay, or 120. So I will save it and then I will execute it once again. So now this is our output. So I think this is looking beautiful. Okay, so this is our background color for second frame, this is background color for first frame, and this is different color for background color of this title, and also we have used a different color for this root background. So in this way you can use thousand of colors by using this color function. Okay, so now I have to create some widgets inside this frame. So I will close this and also I will close this. So now first I have to set a label in this out frame. Okay, so here I will use option label. Okay, opt label, and then here I have to create label by using tk dot label. Okay, and then here I have to use uh, parenthesis, and then I have to create this inside our self dot out frame. Okay, and here I will use comma, and then I have to set text. Okay, text I will use value select option. Okay, select only, and then here I will use comma, and now I will set its background color by using bg property, and I will use same background color that was used for our out frame. Okay, that is here. I will use copy this from here and then I will paste it here. Okay, so now this is same color, and now I will use a comma, and then here this is our text property, background property, and then here I have to use font property. Okay, so font, and then here I have to use Arial. Okay, I always use Arial. You can use different font family, and then I will set it 20 or 15. Okay, and then I will set it bold. So this is our first label, okay, inside our out frame. And then here I have to use its layout. So option label, okay, option label dot grid, okay, and then here I have to use row number. So row first, column also first, and pad X, here I will enter value 10, and pad Y I will enter value 15. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So this is select. Okay, and now here I have to create a combo box. Okay, that will carry some options, and then here we have to get name of user. Okay, and then here we have to add a button. Okay, so I will close them, and also I will close it. Okay, and next I have to select a combo box. Okay, so I will use self with it, self dot combo. Okay, and then I will use here ttk dot combo box. Now here ttk combo, but here you can see this is an error because we have to import ttk from tkinter. Okay, so here I have to use import, sorry, from tkinter import ttk. Okay, now we can use this. So here now you can see this error is removed, and then I have to use ttk dot combo box, and I have to create this combo box inside our out frame, self dot out frame. And here I have to set some values. So I will use values property, and I will enter values. So first I will enter name of first city, that is New York. Okay, New York. And second option is California, California. And then here I have to use Washington. Okay, sorry, here I have to use pair of comma, and then Washington. So these are three cities, and then here I have to set its padding. If you want to set, yes, I will use border. First I will use border, okay, by using bd property, but we cannot use border. Okay, so I think this is enough, and I will go next. And also I can use here font property to set font styles and size. So here I will use Arial, and then I will set 15. Okay, and then I will go next, and here I will use self, okay, dot combo, and then here I will use dot set. Okay, dot set. Here we have to set a by default value. Okay, so I will use select city. Okay, so you can select a one city, and then I will go next, and I have to set its layout, self dot combo dot grid. Okay, I have to use grid, and now I have to use define row number. I have to use first row number, column. Now I have to use second column, and padding I have to use 10, and for x, and for y I have to use 15. Okay, so now this is combo box. I will save it, and then I will execute it. So this is our combo box. Okay, you can select any city from here. Okay, but I have to decrease its size, and then I will add one entry widget, and then two buttons. Okay, so I will close this. These were our values. Okay, you can select any value. So I will close this, and here also I will close this, and here I will use width. Okay, so here I have to use width, and I will enter 15. Okay, 15, or even I can use 12 or 13. So you have to use a value according to your need. And next I have to set an entry label. So here I will use self dot city person in. Okay, but first I have to set label. Okay, person. So self dot person in. Okay, and here I have to use tk dot entry, but first I have to set label. So I will remove this. Okay, so person label, person. Okay, label, and here I will use tk label, and I have to create this label so I can copy all these values from this existing label from here to here. Okay, and then I will copy this, and now I will paste it here. Okay, and then I have to change value. Okay, here I will enter only name. Okay, name or person. Okay, person name, you can use any value, text value. Okay, so I will go next, and here I will use person label, person. Okay, person label. Here I will use grid layout, and now here I have to use row number. I will create it in first row and third column. Okay, so I will use 2. I will use padding 10. Okay, and padding y 15. So I will go next. Here I have to get name of user or person. Okay, so here I have to use self dot person in. Okay, and then I have to use tk dot label, sorry, not label, entry. Here I have to use entry widget, and then I have to create it inside self dot, sorry, self dot out frame, and then here I have to use width. Okay, here I will use width only 13, and then here I have to use, I can use 14 also. Okay, so this is person 1, person in, and its frame, and then its width. Now I have to use font family. Okay, font, and then I have to use tuple and Arial, Arial, and then here I have to set size 20 or 15. Okay, 15 is enough, and then uh, and I can also use 13. Okay, and then here I have to use another, that is bd. Okay, and I will give value 2. Okay, so now here this is our input field, its width is 14, and that is our font styles, and then its border. Okay, so now I have to set its layout, self dot person in dot grid. Okay, so here I have to use row number. So row number is first, and then I have to use column number. So I will use fourth column. Padding, I will enter 10, and pad y I will use 15. Okay, and next I have to create two buttons. Okay, first is search button, second is delete or remove button. Okay, so search button, search button, and here I have to create button tk dot button, and then I have to create this in our out frame, self dot out frame, and then here I have to use text for this button that will be appeared on this button. So here I have to use this is text, and I will set text value search. Okay, and then here I have to use width. Okay, I will set width 8 only, and then here I have to set border by using bd property, and I will enter border 2, and then I will use relief property, and I will use raised. Okay, so this is border and relief property, and here I can also use font family, and then Arial, and I will set text 15, or I can even use 18. Okay, so this is for our button. Width and other are set perfectly. So now I have to set its layout. Self dot, sorry, search button dot grid. Okay, I have to create it in same row, I mean first row, and I have to change column number. So I have to create it in fifth column. Okay, so next, this was row number, column number, and padding. I will use 10, and pad y I will use also 15. Okay, and next I have to create one more button to delete. Okay, del button, and then tk dot button, and here I have to copy all these things, all these properties with their values, and then I will paste it right here. Okay, so now also I have to change text value. So here I will use delete. Okay, and other values will remain same for all these properties. And next, here I have to set its layout. Okay, del button dot grid. Okay, and here I have to use row number, first row, column, I have to use column, sixth column, and pad x 10, and pad y also 15. Okay, so now all widgets are created. I will save it, and now I will execute it to show you output. So these are our inputs, but this is our search button, and our delete button is out of the range of this frame. So here I can increase size of this frame. Okay, so I should increase frame size. Here I can enter, here I can select city, and then I will click search button, but our delete button is out of range of this frame. So I have to uh, increase frame size, and then I have also changed positions or padding of both frames. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so where is our first input frame? I will use it. Okay, now I have to decrease padding. Here I will use 20 only. Okay, and then I have decreased 60 pixels from here. So also I have to decrease 60 pixels in our out frame. Okay, so this is our padding. So here I will use 60 only. Okay, 60, and then I have to increase width. Okay, so here I was here, this is okay, yes, this is half width of total width of our screen, and now I have to add some more pixels. With it I can add 100 pixel. Okay, and I will save it, and then I will execute it. So now still this button is out of the frame, so I have to increase some more uh, width. Okay, so I will close it, and also I will close this, and now I have to increase width. I will set 150, and then I have to decrease padding. Okay, so here I have to use only, I will decrease here I will use 40 or 30. Okay, so I will save it, and then I will execute it once again. So still I have to increase size, or also I can decrease width of these two buttons. Okay, so here I should decrease width. So here I will close this. Okay, and then I will decrease width. So where are our buttons? So these are buttons, and this is width. So here I will use 6, and also here I will use 6. I will save it, and now I will see that what had happened. So now it is enough. Okay, so this is search button, this is delete button, and also I can change background colors. Okay, if you want to change, then you can use different background color by using bg property. Okay, so here I can use bg property. Okay, bg, and then I will use gray. Okay, gray, and also here I will use bg property. Okay, bg and sorry, bg, and here I will use background gray. Okay, I will use comma here, and also here I will use a comma. Okay, so these are our two buttons. I will save and then I will execute it once again. So now these are our buttons. Okay, search and delete button. So next we have to create a table inside this frame. Okay, so we have to create table that will show us information or total details saved in our database in this frame. Okay, so I will close this and also I will close this. Okay, so here I have to create a table. So now here I have to define a function for our table. Okay, so def tab function. Okay, and then I will use self, and here I have to use this column, and next I have to use here uh, I have to create here new frame. Okay, so here I will use tab frame. Okay, so here we have to create it inside our out frame. Okay, tk dot frame, and now we will create it inside this out frame. So here now we are using this frame in any other function. Okay, so if you are not using self, then you cannot use this frame inside this function. Okay, so here I will use self dot out frame. Okay, and next I have to set background color. Okay, so here I will use bg property. Okay, and then I will use color cyan, and now after comma I have to use bd property, and I will set value 4, and then I have to use relief property to set style, and we will use this reddish, or even I can use this sunken. Okay, so sunken, and then here I have to use one more thing, border background relief property. Okay, that is enough, and now only I have to set its width and height. Okay, so this is tab frame dot place. Okay, so now I have to define its width. Okay, so I will use width property, and first I will get width of our this out frame. Okay, so this is its width. Okay, I will copy this and then I will paste it here. Okay, so this is width of our in frame, sorry, out frame. Okay, so now we have to decrease some pixels. So I will decrease 30. Okay, so now here I will use 120. Okay, so I have decreased 30 pixels from it, and now I have to define height. Okay, so here we have height also for this out frame. So where is, yes, this is our out frame, and this is height of this out frame. I will copy this. Okay, and then here I will paste it. Okay, and now I have to subtract some more pixels. So these were 180, so I will decrease, I will use 280. Okay, so now we are decreasing height in this way. Okay, and after it I can use here pad x. Okay, or simple x, and here I will use value 15. Okay, and then here I have to use y, and I will enter value. Here I can use 100. Okay, or 80. So I will save it. Sorry, I have to use assignment operator, and now I will call this function here to see output. Okay, self dot tab fun. Okay, so I have called this function. Now I will save it and then execute it to look output. Okay, so now this is our tab frame. Okay, so this is its padding. Okay, this is its vertical padding, this is horizontal padding, and this is its total width. so it is looking beautiful. Okay, so now I can set, or I can decrease its padding. Okay, I want to set it in the center. So here I will close this, and also I will close this. And for padding, where is our padding? This is padding. I will use 12. Okay, so now this is enough, and then I have to create some scroll bars inside this frame. Okay, so here I have to use a horizontal scroll bar or X scroll. Okay, X scroll, and now I have to create this. So here I will use tk dot scroll bar. Okay, and I have to create this scroll bar inside our tab frame. Okay, and then I have to use command property. Okay, command sorry orient property, orient, and then I will set orient horizontal. Okay, because we are using X scroll and we use this in horizontal, and now we have to pack it. Okay, so here I will use X scroll, and then I will call pack method, and here I will use here fill property. Okay, and then I have to fill it horizontally. Okay, so I will use X, and then here I have to set side, so I will set it in the bottom. Okay, so I will select bottom, and now I have to create one more scroll bar for vertical. Okay, so y underscore scroll, and here I have to use tk dot scroll bar. Okay, and then here I have to create it inside tab frame, and then I have to use orient property, and then I will enter value vertical. Okay, so now I have to use again pack method. So y scroll. Okay, and here I have to use dot pack, and then I will use fill property, and I will give value y. Okay, and now I have to use side property, and I have to set its size side right side. Okay, right. So now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. So these are our scroll bars. Okay, these are our scroll bars, and also this is our scroll bar. Okay, so now here we can set a table inside this tab frame. So I will close it, and also I will close this. Okay, so now I have to create a table. So here I have to use self dot table, and then tk dot review. Okay, in fact this is sorry ttk dot review. In fact, the name of this widget is preview, and we use it as a table. Okay, so here I have to create it inside our tab frame. Okay, and then here I have to define columns. So columns, first I have to use city name. Okay, cname, sorry, I have to pass values in tuple because we have to assign more than one value. So here I have to define c name, city name, and then p name, person name, and then phone number. Okay, ph number. So these are only three columns, and I will go next, but here I have to use comma, and here I have to use x scroll command, and here I will assign value x scroll because I have to use here x scroll and y scroll. Okay, and now I will use dot set method. Okay, and then again I have to use y scroll command because also I have to use y scroll with this table. Okay, so y scroll, here I will use y scroll dot set, and next here I have to configure these scroll bars with this table. So here I will use x scroll dot configure. Okay, and then here I have to use command property. Okay, command, and here I have to use self dot table. Okay, dot x view, and like this I have to configure y scroll, configure, and then I will use command property to configure it with table. Okay, self dot table dot by view. Okay, so now here I have to set pack method for this table also. So here I have to use self dot table. Okay, and then dot pack. Okay, so here I have to define side. Okay, sorry, I have to set fill property. Fill, I have to fill it in both sides. Okay, so here I will select both, and then here I want to save it, and then I want to show you output. I will execute it, and this is our table. Okay, so it is in half frame. I have to fill it, so here we can use expand property. Okay, and also here you can see these are column, but we have no heading for this column, so we have to add headings. So I will close it, and also I have to close this. Okay, so here I have to use expand 1. Okay, now it will be filled, and then here I have to set padding headings for this table. Okay, so first I have to use self dot table, and then dot I have to use heading. Okay, so for first column, that is C name, I have to set text value by using text property. So city name. Okay, city underscore name, and then I will go next, and here also I have to use self dot table, and next I have to use dot heading, and then second column name, that is p name. For person name I have to set text person name. Okay, person underscore name, and then here I have to set another padding, sorry, heading, self dot table, and then dot heading. Okay, I have to use column name ph number, and then I have to set text, and I will use here phone number. Okay, phone underscore number. So here I have used this, and now I have to do one more thing, self dot table, and now we want that only a heading column should shown in our table. Okay, so here I have to use square bracket and then show, and here we have to show only headings. Okay, so here I have to use comma headings. Okay, so in this way it will show us only those columns that have headings. Okay, so next here I have to define gaps between these columns. Okay, so self dot table, okay, dot column, and here I have to use first column name, that is C name, and here I have to use width. Okay, so this is city name, I will set with 150, and then here I will set once again self dot table, and here I will use column, and then second is p name, and I will set width. Okay, 150. Okay, 150, and next I have to use self dot table dot column. Okay, and then our third column, that is ph number. Okay, and then here I will use width, and now I will set 200. Okay, sorry, here we have not to use this comma. Okay, because this is integer value, and we do not use commas for integer value. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it. So now you can see this is our table. So this is our first column, city name, person name, and phone number. Okay, so we have these three columns, and if we have to select person from New York, then here we will select New York, here we will enter person name, and then we will click search. And if we have to delete a person that lives or belongs to New York, then here we will select New York, and here we will enter person name, and then we will click delete. So information of this person will be deleted from our database. Okay, so here I have to remove this, and then I have to make functional this button. Okay, we will get city name, person name, and phone number. Okay, then we will click add button, and in this way this information will be inserted in database, and we will show this person information in this table. Okay, so I will close this, and also I will close this. Okay, so now here I will define another function def. Okay, so now we have to insert data. Okay, but first I have to define a function to create a connection with database. Okay, so db function self. Okay, so here we have to connect with database, so I will use self.con. This is global variable, and now we have to use py mysql, but here you can see this is an error because we have to import py mysql in our project. Okay, so here I will import py mysql. Okay, so if you have not installed mysql, then you should install it, and then you have to configure it with your python. So how can we configure it? Here you have to open terminal and then new terminal. Okay, so then here you have to use command pip, sorry, pip. Okay, install py mysql, and then you will click enter key, and in this way you will configure mysql with your python. So I have configured it, so I will close this, and if you have not done this, then you should run this command. Okay, so now also here you will see that our error is removed. Okay, so here I have to use connect method. Okay, connect. So when we have to connect with database, then we have to pass some arguments. Okay, so first is host, and by default local host is our local host is our host, and then we have to use user property, and here we have root. Okay, so this is by default user, and then we have to use password. Okay, and then here I have to enter my password. You will enter your own password, and then database. So here I have to enter name of my database. Okay, so then I have to access cursor. Okay, self dot cursor, this is global variable, and then we have to access cursor self dot connection. Okay, dot cursor. So in this way we are accessing cursor. So this is function to connect with database. Okay, so now we will create one more function by using def keyword. Okay, so now we have to insert values in our uh, database. Okay, so this is insert function. Here I have to use self, then colon. So now here I have to use some variables. These will local variables, okay, and they will use to uh, carry values gotten from user in these input fields, okay, in these input fields, label in, sorry, name in, phone number in, city in, okay. So here we have to define some local variable. First is for city, okay. So here I will use city name, okay, and then here I have to get city name self dot, so city in, okay, this is city in, and here I have to use get. Okay, so in this way this input field or entry widget will return a city name with type string. Okay, and then p name. Okay, and here I have to use self dot person in, okay, person in dot get. Okay, so these names are used here. I can show you. If you are confused, then it will make you clear. So this is name in, okay, and this is city in. Sorry, here I have to use name in, okay, not person in, city in, name in, and then here I have to use ph in, okay. So here I have to use name in, okay, not person in. So here I will get p in, okay, p, sorry, where is name in, sorry, I have to use name in dot get, okay. So next I have to use phone number, okay, ph. So phone, here I have to use self dot ph in dot get, okay. So we are getting all these values from entry widgets, and then we are assigning them to these local variables, okay. So now I have to use try block, okay, and then here I will use accept, here I will use accept, okay, exception as e. So this is very useful technique, okay. So if you are managing some queries, and if you have any error from database, then you can understand that what is the problem. If you are not using this, then you are not able to understand the problem, okay. Even you can understand error uh, thrown from our python, okay. So next, here I have to show messy box for error, okay. So first here I have to import messy box, okay, from Tkinter import message box. So now we can use this, okay. Here tk, sorry, here I have to use it. So tk dot message box, okay, message box dot show error. So it will show us error, and here I will set title for this message box error, and here we have to use formatted string, and I have told you that this formatted string can carry string and value of variable, okay. So here I have to use error, and then I have to show error that exists in e if it was thrown from our database or python, or even from tkinter, okay. So here I have to use that if all input fields are filled, then I will use if, okay, if c name and p name, okay, and ph, okay. If all these variables have some value, then okay. Otherwise, if user is missing any input field, then we have to use else, okay. And here I have to use tk dot message box, okay, message box, and here we have to show again error, sorry, error, okay. And then here I have to use title error, and then here I have to use error, uh, and you can enter any string that you want to show. So here I will use enter, please fill all input fields, okay, input fields. So this message will be printed if user is trying to skip any input field, okay. So now here I have to call our database function, because we have to insert these values in our database, okay. So here I have to call self dot db function, okay. And next, here I have to run query by using self dot cursor, okay, dot execute. So here we have to execute a query, but here I will use a query by using formatted string, okay, query. And here I have to use f, I mean formatted string, and then here I have to uh, create a query, okay, insert into, and here I have to define city name, okay. So here I will use city name by using variable. So here I will use variable. So as you know that we have city name in our C name, okay, C name. So this is our table name, okay. So insert into, because if user enter city name New York, then we will insert uh, in table New York. Okay, you know that we have created a table with name New York. So if city name is New York, then we will insert this value in our New York table. Okay, so if he is entering here California, then we will insert this value inside our California table. Okay, so here I have to use cname. Okay, so in fact here we are using table name. Insert into table city name as you consider California. Okay, and here insert into, and then we have to define column names. Okay, so here I have to use column names. So here first I have to define our first column, that is city name. Okay, C name or city name I can see from our workbench. So it was city name, P name and PH number. These are columns name. So here I will use city name. Okay, city name, and then second column is our first is city name, second is P name. Okay, person name, and third is our PH number. Okay, so now we have to use values. Okay, values, and here we have to insert our values. So we have values in our variables. Okay, so first I will use here c name. Okay, city name, and for second I have p name. Okay, p name, and for last we have ph. Okay, so here I have to use ph. So in this way we are inserting these values in these columns. Okay, so I will go next, and then here I have to commit it self dot connection dot commit. So this is commit method. Okay, so if every, sorry, I have to cut it from here. Okay, and then I will paste after execute method. Okay, so here I have to execute this query. So I will pass this variable as a parameter here. Okay, so if this is committed successfully, then we have to print message that your data or phone number is added successfully. So here I have to use tk dot message box. Okay, message box dot show info. Okay, and then here I have to use title success. Okay, success, and then I will set value that phone number. I will use formatted string phone number. Okay, of, so here we can use person name. Okay, p or name in, sorry, what was name, c name. Okay, this is c name, sorry, p name. Okay, here we have to use p name, p name. So I will use next string successfully. Okay, so this message will be appeared in this message box if our data is inserted database successfully. Okay, so here I have to close the connection self dot con dot close. Okay, so when we have closed this connection, but first, because we have to insert this data in our table, so here we have to execute one more query. Okay, so here I have to use once again query 2. Okay, so here I will use message, sorry, formatted string. Okay, select all from, here I have to define table name, that is in c name. Okay, because city name is also our table name. Okay, select all from c name where, here we have to use where clause, where, so now we have to use person name. Okay, uh, we can use person name p, or yes, p name is equal, and here we have to use here uh, this pair of curly brace because we have to insert value that exists in our p name. Okay, p name. So it will select value where name is this. For example, we have a person with Smith name, then here it will select a row where name is Smith. Okay, and from California city, then it will print us this information in table. Okay, so but first we have to get in a variable. So here I will use row. This is our local variable, and here I have to use self dot cursor. Okay, dot fetch 1, and then here I have to use parentheses, and now I have to call our tab function. Okay, self dot tab function. Okay, and then we will delete all information that already exists in our table. So self dot table. Okay, dot delete, and we have to delete all information in our table. Then we will insert new information. Okay, self dot table, and then we have to access all the children's or all information. Sorry, I have to close this, and here this was dubbing dot get. So here I will choose get children. Okay, so it will delete all information, and now we have to insert new information. So here I will use self. Okay, but first if I have, yes, of course I have this person in our table because just we have inserted information of this person. So here I will use insert. Okay, sorry, self dot table dot insert. Okay, and now we will insert from 0 to last. Sorry, here I have to use empty space. Okay, then after existing value, because if we have 5 rows and now we are printing 6th row, then it will get last row by using this method tk dot end. Okay, and then we will insert new value by using values property, and here I will use row. So this row will be inserted in our table. Okay, and then we will close this connection. So now I should call this function when our button will be clicked. Okay, so if we have no any error, then we can see output. So I have to call this function, and name is insert function, and we call this when we have to click add number button. Okay, here I have to use command property, and then here I have to use self dot insert function. Okay, so I will save it, and now I will execute it. Okay, so now I will enter city name California or Washington. Okay, Washington, and here I will enter person name, but I will skip this. Okay, and here I will add phone number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and you can add any number. Okay, and now I will click add number button. Please fill all input fields because our person name input field was skipped. I will click OK, and here I have to enter name submit. Okay, so now I will click add number, and error unknown column Washington in field list. Okay, so this error is because of incorrect query. So we can use another way to use this query. Okay, so here I will remove these from here. Okay, so here we are using direct values. Okay, but here we will use placeholders. Okay, for this also, for this, and also for this. Okay, so these are city names, and here we are using these placeholders. Okay, so here when here we are calling this variable, Then after this, here we will pass values in tuple. So here we will use these variable names. Those contains information gotten from user. First is C name, okay. Second is P name, okay, and third is ph, okay. And also we will update next query. So here when we are selecting this, so here first we have a mistake here, okay. Here we have to use a placeholder, okay. So here we will use placeholder, and then here we are not using execute method. So here we have to use self dot execute, okay, cursor, sorry, cursor dot execute, okay. And here we have to execute this query 2, and then here we have to pass next value, that is p name, okay. So this is p name. So I will save it, and now I will execute it, and then we will see that what will happen. So here I will enter city name, so I will again enter Washington, okay. So and then I have to add person name Smith, okay. And then here I have to add phone number. I will add 1 2 3 4 5, any random phone number you can add, okay. And then I will click add button. So phone number of Smith, here I have to use edit, okay. Phone number of Smith added successfully. I will click OK. So here preview delete argument after must be an. So this is error from Tkinter, Python Tkinter. Here we have to use parentheses, okay. So when here we are using this get children, then here we have to use parentheses because this is a function, okay. So here I will save it once again, and now I will execute it, and then I will add one more person, okay. So here I will use California, okay, California. And then here I have to use name. I will use John, okay. And then here I have to use phone number, so I will add any random phone number, okay. And then I will click add button. So this phone number is added successfully. I will click OK. So now our problem is also solved, and now this is city name, this is person name, and this is phone number, okay. So now this is working perfectly. Now we have to make functional these, okay, search and delete. So we have to create two functions, one for search and second for delete. So I will close it, and also I will close it, okay. So here I will create new function on next line, okay. So here I have to use def keyword, and then I will use insert function, sorry, search function, okay, search function, and I will pass self as a parameter, okay. So now I have to get value from user. One is option, okay. So we have to get city name from combo box. Then we have to get person name, okay, from our entry widget, okay. So here I will define two variables, okay. First is option opt, and then second is name, okay, name. These are two variables, and here we have to get option, okay, self dot. So we have to get from city name what was name of variable that is used to get value from combo box. So here we will see this is our combo box. Yes, its name is combo, okay, self dot combo, and this is person in, okay. So we have to get values from these two entry widgets, okay. So self dot combo, okay. And here I have to use dot get, okay. And next here I have to get person name, self dot person in dot get, okay. So now we are getting these two names, okay. And here I have to use Okay, so first I have to set condition that if, okay, if option and name, okay, and name. So it means that both our combo box is selected and also our input field is filled. Okay, so here I have to check this condition. If it is filled, then okay, otherwise we will print error self, and here I have to use tk dot message box dot show error. Okay, it will show us error. So here I will use title error, and then I will print error. Okay, so fill all fields. Okay, so this message will be printed, and if everything is fine, then here we have to use try block. Okay, try block. So in this inside this, or even still we can use another thing. Okay, now here we have to use try and accept block. Okay, so here I will use accept, sorry, accept, exception, okay, as e, and here we will use same process. I will copy this from here, and then I will paste it here. Okay, so now, and this is show error, and here inside this try block I have to uh, execute query, but first I have to call db function. Okay, self dot db function. Okay, so now we have to use cursor, self dot cursor. Okay, dot execute, and here we have to create a query. So here I will declare variable with name query. Okay, so here I have to use query by using formatted string. So select, okay, all from, here I have to define table name. So here I have name in option opt variable. Okay, option variable, and here I have to use where clause, where uh, p name, person name is equal, here I will use placeholder, and now I have to execute this query. Okay, so I will use here select, sorry, query. Okay, I will use here query, and then here I have to use variable name, that is name, that contains person name. Okay, name. Okay, so it will select all information, and then we have to get this information in variable. Okay, so I have declared variable with name data, and then I have to use self dot cursor dot fetch all, or fetch one, because we are getting only single uh, row. Okay, and next I have to use here self dot, I am calling our tab function, because we have to show this information in our function. Okay, so here I can use here, this is tab function, and then I will use this. Okay, so now we have to delete all information in our table. Okay, so self dot table, okay, dot delete. Now we have to delete previous information, so we will delete all. Self dot delete, sorry, table. So here I will use table dot get children. Okay, so here I have to use get children. Now I have to insert this data in our table. So self dot table, okay, dot, so here I have to use insert method. Okay, insert, and I will use first empty space, and then here I have to use tk dot end. Okay, and then here I have to use values, and then I have to use data. Okay, so in this way this data will be inserted in our uh, table. Okay, so in this way we will able to search information of a person. So now we have to close our this connection. So self dot connection dot close. Okay, close. So now I have to call this function as on clicking search button. So where is our search button? I will search it. So here, this is our search button. Now I have to use command property, and then I will use self, okay, dot search function, and now I will save it, and then I will execute it to show you output. Okay, so now I have to select a city. Okay, I will use New York, and then I have no any person in New York. Okay, I have person in California. Okay, California, and here person name was John. Okay, John, and I will click search button. So now you can see information of this person. This is in city California, name is John, and this is his or her phone number. Okay, so now we can delete also information by using this button. Okay, so I will click this, and also I will close it. Okay, so now I have to define delete method. So in the bottom here I will use, sorry, here I will use self, sorry, define, and now I have to define del function. Okay, del function with self as a parameter. So now here I have to get these two things from user once again. So I will copy this, and then I will paste them here. Okay, so now I have pasted it, and next I have to check that if, okay, if option and name. Okay, and name. So otherwise we will print a message else. Okay, tk dot message box. Here I will use the same error message. Okay, I will copy this, and I will paste it here. Okay, so next here I will see. So here I have to use try block, and then accept. So now I have to use accept exception as e, and then here I have to use this error here. Okay, so I will copy this message box, and then I will paste it here. Okay, so if we have any error from database or Python or Tkinter, then it will show us by using this message box. So here I have to use our db function. So self dot db function. Okay, and then we have to create a query. So query, I will use query 2. Okay, or even I can use only query, because this is local inside this variable. So query, now I have to use formatted string f, and then I have to use delete. Okay, from here I have to define table name that exists in option. Okay, opt, and then I have to select specific person where p name is equal. Okay, so here we have to use a placeholder, and then we have to execute query self dot cursor dot execute. Okay, so I have to use this query, and then I have to use this variable that contains name of person. Okay, so this is name variable, and then here we have to print message that operation was successful. Okay, so here I will use self. Okay, tk dot message box dot show info, and then here I will print message success. Okay, success, and then here I will print string that I will use formatted string, that person or number, okay, of. Now here we can use person name by using name variable. Name of person is deleted, okay, number of this person is deleted, sorry, okay. And then here I can use another thing, that we have information of a person in our table, so we will delete that information from there. But first I have to call the function self dot tab function, okay. So now I have to delete everything in our table, okay. Self dot table dot, so here I have to use delete method, okay. Delete, here I have to remove this dot from here, so we have to delete all from this table, okay. Self dot table, okay, dot get children, okay. So it will delete everything. So now we have to call this function when delete button will be clicked. So where is our delete button? We will search, okay, del button, and here we will use command property, and then we will use self dot del function, okay. Now I will save it and then I will execute it, okay. So as you know that we have selected California, and it contains a person with name John, okay. So here I will use John, and we will print number of this person, and here you can see this is all information of this person. And now we have to delete the same information. I will delete it from here. So number of John is deleted, okay. So I will click OK. Now this table is empty. Now I have deleted everything from here, okay. So now here I have to use this input field to enter city name again. So here now I have to enter New York, okay. New York, person name I can add Peter, okay. And here phone number I can enter random phone number, okay. And I will click add button. So phone number of Peter is added. Here we have to enter, so you can correct this string, okay. And then I will click OK. Now information of this person is inserted here, okay. So now here we should delete everything automatically from here. So I will do this like this, okay. So when we are in insert method or function, this is insert function. When we have inserted everything successfully, then we have to delete everything from there, okay. But first here I have to set this string. So phone number of name is added, okay, is added successfully. So now we have to delete information in our input fields, okay. So here I will use self, okay, dot. So first was our city in, I will see c name, p name, and ph, okay. So sorry, yes, city in, name in, and ph in, okay. So here I will use city in, okay, city in, and here I have to delete everything, okay. Delete from first index to 0, or even we can use another method, okay, set, and we can set it empty, okay. And also we can do this for second one, self dot second was name in dot set. You can also delete it, and you can also set it empty, okay. And then self dot ph in dot set, and here I will set it empty, okay. Now I will save it, and then I will execute it once again, and then here I will use city name. So now I have to insert in uh, Washington or California, okay. California, and then here I will add name John. Okay, and then here I will enter phone number. So I will enter any random phone number. I will click add button. So error, double entry California for key. So we are trying to add same name because we set this primary key, but we should not use primary key for this. Okay, so in this way we will face a problem that we cannot insert values for same city. So this is our blunder, that we have used primary key for our city name. Okay, so I will close this. Okay, and also here I have to open this. Okay, and I will drop all tables. Okay, so here I have to drop tables, drop table. Okay, so first table was California, California. Okay, and here I have to use semicolon. Okay, so now we can execute query. Okay, California is dropped. Okay, running, this is still running, and drop table California. So after a small while, still this query is executing. Here you can see. So it should drop it at once, but why it is taking a time, I don't know. So I will wait until dropping this table. Okay, I have dropped all the tables. Now I will create new tables. So I will remove this query from here, and now I will remove this primary key from here. Okay, I will remove this from here, and now I will execute this for California. Okay, so California is created successfully. Now I have to create table for Washington. Okay, so here I will use Washington. Okay, so Washington, I will execute this query. Okay, and then it will be created successfully, and now we have to create table for New York. Okay, New York, so I will execute this also. So now this is also created, so I will minimize it, and then I will close it also. I will open this VS Code. Okay, so now I will save it, and then I will execute it once again, and now I have to insert some values in these tables. Okay, so here city name I will use New York. Okay, New York, and here I will use person name Smith. Okay, and here I will use phone number, any random phone number, and then I will click add button. So phone number of Smith is added successfully. Okay, so entry object has no attribute set. So this is from Tkinter. So we are using set method. Okay, but it does not exist. So I will close it, and then here I will close it also, and also I will close it. So here I will use here delete. Okay, delete, and here I will delete from first to last. Okay, so here I will use 0 tk dot end. Okay, tk dot end, and also here I will use delete. Sorry, not here. Here I have to use this delete also here, delete. Okay, and I have to delete from first to last. Okay, tk dot end, and then I have to delete it also from 0 to tk dot end. Okay, and here I have to use delete once again. Okay, delete. So now I will save it, and then I will execute it once again, and here I will enter one new value for same city. New York. Okay, I should use capital first letter. Okay, new underscore York, and here I will enter another name, Peter. Okay, Peter, and phone number I will enter random phone number. Okay, I will click add button. Now phone number is added successfully. Okay, I will click OK. Now you can see all input fields are empty, and this is information of Peter. So now we have successfully added two persons in same city. Okay, and here I can also show or insert for California. Okay, California. Okay, so here I will use person name, so I will use John. Okay, and then here I will use any random phone number, so I will click add number, so it is also added. Okay, and now we have to search uh, one of these, so I will search from New York, and here I will enter name, that is Samit. Okay, Samit, I will click search. So this is information of Samit from New York, and this is a phone number of this Samit. Okay, so now we have to delete the same person. Okay, so here I have selected New York, I have selected same name. You can also change it. Okay, so now I will click this delete button, so number of Samit is deleted. I will click OK. So now our table is empty. Okay, so our project is working perfectly. So this was all about phone book management system using Python Tkinter with MySQL. So I hope this video will be very helpful and easy to understand for you. So please share with your friends and class fellows, and still if you have not subscribed our YouTube channel, then please subscribe our YouTube channel right now. Thank you.